If you've been looking for a budget microphone for your setup, you're going to love this one. This is the Maono DM30 RGB. It's a budget microphone that only costs $50, but actually sounds pretty good. I think that it doesn't matter how many features the microphone has or how good it looks if it doesn't sound good. If the mic quality is bad, then it's pretty useless. So the first thing that I did when I set this up was to start recording to check the mic quality. After listening back to the recordings, I was actually surprised. Right now I'm speaking through the microphone, and as you can hear, there is no added effects or weird depth. I just sound like myself, and the sound is very natural and clear, which is a really good sign. There is one downside though. If I speak to anywhere but the front of the microphone, the voice gets affected. So if I speak to the back of the microphone, I sound like this. If I speak to the sides of the microphone, I will sound like this, which is obviously not as good as the front of the microphone. So if you're going to use this mic, you will have to position it correctly every time. So I guess this is an area that they have compromised in. The good news is that if you do position it correctly, it sounds really good. I do like the design on this microphone. It is on the smaller side, which I do like, because when you're using a microphone, it's always in your peripheral vision. And the smaller the microphone is, the less distracting it's going to be when you're playing video games, streaming, or anything else. As far as how this mic looks on your desk, they've placed a mesh design at the top and bottom of the microphone with some RGB underneath them. You can control the RGB through the app or a button found under the mic. Another handy feature is the mic gain knob, which doubles down as a mute button if you press it. My only complaint with the gain knob is that I wish it had some sort of line to tell you where the mic gain is sitting at, but it doesn't, and it makes it very confusing. The only way for me to know where the mic gain is to scroll it all the way until the light starts flashing, letting me know it's at the maximum. I think that's a bit of a lazy design from them, and they could have improved on that. The build quality feels top-notch though. Everything feels very sturdy, and I think everything is built out of metal, which is a really good sign for a $50 microphone. So I think if you have any accident drops, nothing will happen to this mic. This mic does come with a solid stand. The only problem with the stand is it's not going to get close enough to your face when you put it on a desk. So I suggest that you use this with a microphone arm. That way you can position it in a more ideal position to get the best audio quality. There is also no XLR port. This mic only works with USB-C, but there is an aux port which you can use to connect your headphone to, which is nice. The only downsides I see to this microphone is that there is no XLR port, and you do need to position it correctly every time to get the best sound out of it. Other than that, it's a great microphone. So if you're after a budget microphone that sounds clear, looks good with great build quality, for $50 USD, you can't go wrong with this microphone.